Hi, and welcome back to 5 Minutes of Clarity. My name is Rachel, and I'm a primary therapist here with Clarity Counseling at our Richmond location. In our day-to-day, we navigate tasks and to-dos, and our body responds to the various stressors that may come up. As humans, our bodies are wired to respond to stress, and this dates back to ancient times. This is in order to protect ourselves from any real or perceived danger. Think about it like this. While much has evolved, our bodies don't know that it's 2020. Back in ancient times, a danger may have been perceived as a big animal coming across our path while we were out hunting or gathering. Today, a danger may be perceived in sending or receiving a difficult email, or navigating conflict in the workplace. Our bodies still respond in the same way. And due to COVID-19, we've been presented with persistent stress and prolonged anxiety and grief. Every phase change and transition during the pandemic have been a collective traumatic experience for our brains. And the constant change and uncertainty impacts everyone. Today, I'm going to talk specifically about our window of tolerance, what that is, means, looks like, and how it relates to everything I've discussed so far. Humans do best when we are functioning within our window of tolerance. When you're in your window of tolerance, you feel like you can deal with whatever's happening in your life. You might still feel stress or pressures, but it doesn't bother you too much. And it's important to note that everyone's window looks differently. This is made up by who we are as unique individuals, our life experiences, our coping strategies, and more. In trauma, crisis, or grief, that window can shrink, pushing us out and into hyper or hypoarousal states, making it harder for us to cope effectively. So what does this mean? Hyperarousal is when your fight or flight response is activated, and you may be feeling too many emotions. This could look or feel like anxiety, anger, feeling out of control, or overwhelmed. Essentially, your body wants to fight or run away. It's not something you choose. These reactions take over. Remember ancient times? This is when that big animal maybe starts to come towards us and our body takes over to help keep us safe by initiating fight or flight. And in present times, this could look like, I'm going to clean and organize my entire house from top to bottom, or I'm going to go on that bad diet, or sometimes online shopping. Hypoarousal is when our freeze response is activated, and you may be shutting down emotions. This could look or feel spaced out or zoned out, numb or frozen. Your body wants to shut down. Again, it's not something you can choose. These reactions just take over. And remember the ancient times. This is again when that big animal maybe is coming towards us and our body takes over to help keep us safe by initiating freeze. And in present times, this could look like getting lost in a video game or TV, sleeping more than usual, maybe putting off things that we need to do to take care of ourselves, or putting off things that we know we need to get done. Okay, so now that we're able to identify the two extremes where our brains go as human beings when we're faced with a chronic or acute traumatic experience, what's next? It's going to be very important during this time of change and transition that we work to expand our window of tolerance so that we are able to cope with challenges and changes effectively and adaptively. How can you build your window of tolerance? Working with a practitioner can help you expand your window of tolerance so that you're able to cope with challenges. Lean on your strengths and work with what's working. Something that is frequently referenced here at Clarity, is to do your basics effectively. Human needs like sleep, hydration, nourishment, joyful movement and rest, socializing, and purpose are all very important to keep your window of tolerance expanded and stable. When meeting our basics, we also increase our capacity to engage with and feel the positive effects from self-care. Prioritize yourself during this uncertain time, and what will be certain is that you will do well. Thanks so much for your time today, and take good care.